Okay, and welcome back to Sigils and Symbols Class number 3. This is the second part of it. We're going to be talking about the Behenian Fixed Stars, Behenian, Behenian, or the Behenii. Okay, this is what Wikipedia says. They are a selection of 15 stars considered especially useful for magical applications in the medieval astrology of Europe and the Arab world. These were originated by, the stars are all named by the ancient Arab astrologers. Their name derives from the Arabic Bahman, which means root. Each was considered a source of astrological power for one or more planets. Each is also connected with a gemstone and a plant that would be useful in rituals meant to draw on the star's influence or put into a talisman. And there's sigils also that are associated with each of these, and that's why we're talking about them. Henry Cornelius Agrippa talked about the Behenian Fixed Stars. He has a whole chapter on them in his book, his ancient tome, the three books of occult philosophy. This is in book 2, chapters 47 and 52. So he described their magical working and the Kabbalistic symbols that were used for these. He attributed these sigils to an ancient astrologer named Hermes Trismegistus. A lot of things are attributed to Hermes Trismegistus in the Middle Ages. A lot of occult traditions. Historian Sir Wallace Budge suspects that these even go back to Sumerian times, these sigils. Okay, I also made little flashcards for these as well. Like I said, there's 15, and in my little black book for lunar magicians, I have recorded pages for each of the stars. Okay, so there's the Behenii, the Behenian Fixed Stars. Okay, so I'm just going to go through some of these. I didn't make flashcards for all of them. I have some of them though. But this is something that you can look up. I actually have a table. This is going to be too faint to see, I know. Yeah. You can see there's writing on there, but I know you can't read it. So I have a table. Unfortunately, I didn't have good ink when I printed this out, but I will share the link to that with the group. Okay, so the first fixed star, and this will give you an idea of the type of sigils. They're very different from the astrological ones that we've looked at before. This is the sigil for Algol. Algol is also called Caput Algol. It's Beta Persei is the official designation, the second brightest star in the constellation Perseus. Beta Persei. It's also called the demon star. It has the nature of courage or hatred, either or. It preserves members of the body and it will grant vengeance. Demon star. The gemstone associated with it is the diamond, and the herb is black hellebore that is associated with it. Wikipedia also has another version of the sigil that is similar but different. But that's the sigil for Algol. So when would you use something like this? Facing a difficult situation, you need courage. Okay, if you have a demon on your side, couldn't be a bad thing, right? Okay. Next, this is actually a group of stars, the Pleiades, and that's the sigil for the Pleiades, which, if you know about Orion, the hunter, is one of the most spectacular constellations in the southern sky in the northern hemisphere. If you look off of when you're facing Orion, the shoulder to your right, above and to the side is a cluster of stars called the Pleiades. They also are called the Seven Sisters. The gemstone associated with them is the crystal. Herb is fennel or frankincense. Characteristics: preserves eyesight, summons spirits of the dead, calls the winds, reveals secrets and things that are lost. Okay, so the sigil could be used if you're trying to find something, trying to locate something. The interesting astronomical note about the Pleiades is that there's actually a cluster of stars. There's more stars than is even in that group that are moving in one direction, and that's why they're kind of young stars. So if you want somebody to tell their secrets, or if you are trying to find something that's lost, something that's hidden, revealing something, you may use the sigil for the Pleiades. Okay, another one. This is very simple. This is Aldebaran. Aldebaran is the big red star in Taurus the Bull. Alpha Taurii, the most prominent one. It's called the bullseye for that reason, and it's known for good fortune. The gemstone is the ruby or the garnet, and which, obviously garnet is, or the ruby. Sometimes you've heard of a giant ruby called the bullseye. The herb that goes with it is the milk thistle. So it's good for increasing riches and fortune and bringing honor. So that's Aldebaran. And this is associated with a specific mansion of the moon also. Some of these are. Next we have Capella, Alpha Aurigae. Aurigae looks like a big kind of square in the sky. So this is the brightest star in that constellation. This is also brings favor of kings and nobles, exalts men to honors, very medicinal. Supposedly heals toothache. I don't know. The gemstone is sapphire, and the herbs are thyme and horehound. Horehound, you might know, is something that's often used in throat preparations as a lozenge. So that's Capella.
Could you spell the star that is?
Capella?
Is it
Sorry, I just assume everybody knows how to spell. I'm sorry. Capella. And everybody knows this star. This is Sirius, the dog star. The origin of these sigils is a complicated thing. There's something called the planetary camera, not camera like you take a picture camera. It's a different sort of word. I'm thinking I got too many letters in the camera. Anyway, it's a method of drawing a sigil, and these are based off of that system, I believe. The Sirius is the greater dog star. It's the brightest star in Canis Major, the great dog constellation. Communication, calling in earth and air spirits, marital peace. Gemstone is the beryl, herb is juniper. So this is, if you're going to be working with air spirits, working with fairies, this might be one to use. Brings peace and concord between world leaders and spouses. That's a good one to use. Seriously. I'm not going to go through all 15. Like I said, I don't have them all down here, but I will give you the resource. But I just think these are really interesting, and a lot of people think, okay, the stars are so far away. How can they really influence anything? But a lot of us believe, and we feel strongly about this. Everything is connected. Maybe there's not a huge influence, but ancient astrologers for centuries, even millennia, have worked with these things and have believed in them. Was it completely without merit? If it was completely without merit, I don't think it would have persisted. I don't think we would even know about them today if there was nothing there at all. Couldn't hurt, could help. Why not? That's the way I see it. So I like using a variety of sigils. I just think the more things you put into it, the more you use, the more correspondences you're able to weigh in, the closer you're going to focus your energies. That's my philosophy. Okay, next we have Procyon, kind of an interesting sigil. This is the lesser dog star, Alpha Canis Minor. This is a good sigil for magic and power and good health. Gemstones are the agate, and the herb is buttercups or heliotrope. This also grants the favor of air spirits and helps to maintain health. Procyon. That's Procyon. It's Procyon. I should give you the lesser dog star. At least that's how I pronounce it. I don't know. This one is hard to draw. I think I got it pretty good, but it's a little tricky. This is for Regulus, Alpha Leonis. This is the heart of the lion. Strength and nobility. Removes anger and melancholy. Makes one temperate and grants favor. Okay, so we have a little, almost like a question mark, and then this rectangle, and then a little bridge, and then this thing on the end, and then the character. This is an Arabic character, I believe it's Ba. Where have I seen Ba before? I'm going to look for this because all of the mansions have a Arabic letter associated with it, and I believe that's one of them. I'm paging through. I think I may have seen that. We'll have to see. They're all 2 or 3 letters. There's Ra, Ta, Dal, Ta, another one. Did I imagine it? Did I imagine it? Maybe I imagined it. Wouldn't be the first time. I found it. Okay, it's the symbol Ba, B-A, that is associated with the 26th mansion. There's the symbol at the very top there. Okay, so that is an Arabic letter. I was right. Thought so. And this is Regulus, Alpha Leonis. Oops. Can you read that? Okay. What does it mean to make one temperate? Is it like calming down? Maybe it's balancing.
Like stable emotions.
Yeah. Okay. And the last one that I got a chance to draw was Polaris. We know Polaris is the pole star, the North Pole, Alpha Ursae Majoris. And that's the sigil for that. So you can start with what I did was I started with the big X, and then I drew the lines to either side, and then I made the smaller little branches, and then what looks like a backwards J on the end there. Okay, Polaris, the tail of the bear. Ursa Major, of course, is the great bear. Protection from personal violence and from thieves. Lodestone or magnet is the gemstone. Herb is chicory. Okay. Oh, Old English called this the lodestar. So that's why lodestone goes with that. Interesting. It's also referred to as Stella Maris, which is Latin for the little star of the sea. A little trivia there. Polaris. Okay. Now I'm just going to mention the other stars. And like I say, that they've all got correspondences. I can, when I give this this table, it will have, okay, so like, here we go. Yeah, it's got pretty much the same information and the sigil in the table. I don't have it printed well enough for you to see that. Sorry, I was almost out of ink. All right, so we have Gina, the wing of the crow, Alpha Corvi, Spica, Alpha Virginis, Arcturus, Alpha Buddhis, Alpheca, Alpha Corona Borealis, Antares, Alpha Scorpii, the heart of the scorpion, Vega, Alpha Lyrae, Deneb Algidae, Delta Capricorni, and that's the 15. So there are 15 of those. Okay. Yeah, the sigils are. I should have finished my flashcards. I'm sorry. Actually, I think I'm going to give the group this whole document. This is what I used. The last time I taught this was in 16. But I've got the correspondences for all of the other things. Yeah, thank you for the link. That's a good link for that too. One of the other sources is where is it? I see that. Joan Evans wrote a book called Magical Jewels of the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, 1976. And that was taken from a document called On the Fixed Stars that was directly associated with Hermes Trismegistus. So the Behenian Fixed Stars are another set of astrological sigils, astronomical sigils as well, that can be used in magical working. So when you're going to create a talisman using astrology, you have some information to gather first. You want to take a look at the zodiac sign. So you may want a table to look those up. They change a little bit from year to year. So you want to get a current year table, like for 2021. I go to Pinterest for most things like that. They've got all kind of charts. So you want the zodiac, the Luna, small I, capital Luna app is excellent for finding out the mansion of the moon. Like right now we are in Sagittarius. The moon is in the 21st mansion, Albalda. And then I would look that up in my Warnock book to find out. Actually, on the app itself, if you tap where it says moon and Albalda, then it gives you the essence is enmity, argument, and conflict. It's good for farming and gardening, building, healing, travel, and earnings. Not good for marriage and personal relationships. So not good for hiring employees. So on the app itself, that's a great thing about this app is that you not only can look up the mansion for the day, but you can also find out what the mansion stands for and see if that's appropriate to use. Also, using either the Warnock book or another source of information, you can look up planetary associations. You know that there's different planets associated with the zodiac signs, with the mansions, with the days of the week, or with the particular thing that you're planning to do some work on. If you're planning to work on your emotions, you may go with Venus. You might go with, let's see, what you might go with Libra. You may go with something that's going to lead you. Let me look at the Behenian stars again. Like I say, making a little, this is kind of like a little chat book, little reference book. It really helps to give you a lot of ideas for what things might be there.
Depending upon what you need for your emotions, you could say Regulus if it's the temperament one.
Yes. Yeah. So like I say, those will be in the table. The table will give you for the rest of those. I think I only went through about 7 of them. So those are some more series of sigils that can be used for your magical workings. And we believe in these associations. We know that everything is connected in the universe. We may have a particular star that we're have as a favorite that we look up in the sky. I really love the stars of Orion. You've got Rigel and Betelgeuse and Safe and the 3 stars in the belt. The Pleiades are there. Castor and Pollux is right to the side. It's easy to identify all those. I like them because I can identify them. They're easy to find. So whatever works for you, that's the bottom line. So good luck and happy magicking.